Hello everyone and welcome to a very special edition of the Pritchard Cycling News Show. We are already halfway up the climb at Valtor and this is going to be the last climb and the only climb of today's stage. So we thought we'd take the news on the road. We thought we'd travel all the way up to the top. Good morning. I don't know what's going to happen. There's thunder rolling in up on the top of Valtor. There's forecast even more thunder for later on this afternoon. But we're going to head up there and we're going to present the news. So how long to go, Tim? 13k? 13k to the top. Come on, let's go. Let's have a nice transition. Oosh. We'll be a winners. Winners. All right, so before we get into the meat of today's show, let's have a little bit of veg to begin with, and we'll start with the funny side of cycling. Bradley Wiggins is back at the Tour and he's at it again.
It is well hot for the riders today. It's well hot. Might be too hot actually.
Beautiful. Très beautiful.
A good 60-70 guys finally stopped for a wee, including of course Julian Alaphilippe, the yellow jersey. The unwritten rule in the peloton, yellow jersey stops, you're not allowed to ride or attack. We're just going to go through the peloton now. If this muppet on the motorbike in front will get out of the way. Excuse me, John. Thank you.
Ed Valbersenhagen. Oh, Ed, how you doing, mate? Guys, Greg van Avermaet, the top man. Hi, Greg. How are you doing, man? Right in the heart of the group now. Might be able to get a chat with one of the boys. I doubt it. Get in trouble again now.
Interestingly, there's one of the Direct Energy riders. I don't know what his name is, but we'll just call him John for the benefit of anything.
I'm going to have murder getting these trousers off tonight. I'm going to need a good bottle of talcum powder to get them off, but that's about it.
A couple of railway bridges and bang, out the back, flapping like dogs.
It's Mr. Danios, Mr. Rockstar himself. See you later, boys. I'm going to the finish.
And Bradley Wiggins isn't the only Londoner on a bike causing a fuss. Check this guy out back in London, having a fight with a bus driver because the bus driver wouldn't let him on a bus on a Boris bike.
Oh my goodness.
You break the bus.
And a man from Derbyshire is claiming he's broke the world record for the quickest time from Land's End to John O'Groats on a penny farthing. Richard Thorday from Matlock claims he did it in like 4 days, 11 hours, 52 minutes. Screw that. I could be on an electric bike and I'd still be out there now pedaling. Just like this guy. Stop it, mate. You're making me look bad. Go slower. Go slower. My YouTube recommendation for today is this video from Sigma Sport. Once again, Matt Stevens.
Almost takes it on.
Absolutely nails it.
Can't get a much tighter fit than paint.
Hey! Some people say football fans are the craziest fans in the world. I disagree. Cycling fans are, just like those boys. Check this video out from on the Galibier a few days ago. And when the riders finally got up to the Galibier, these beef eaters were ecstatic to see Steve Cummings. And this kid almost got as big a cheer as Steve Cummings did, popping a little wheelie. I mean, I know he was only 12 years old, but still, when someone throws a challenge down like that, you got to accept it.
Like the rollers challenge.
Like the rollers challenge. Yeah, and I failed that, didn't I? All right, we'll have a go. Back to Twitter now, and Caleb Ewan posted this tweet out prior to yesterday's stage. I think he was a little bit scared. And then halfway through the stage, when he knew the stage was cancelled, 11k to go, I've done 2k. Keep your eyes on that, guys, keep your eyes on the prize. he tweeted this out in celebration of the stage getting cancelled. Usha, 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 usha. They said they were going to be here on the climb to Valtor. The Chris Pritchard Cycling News fan club is right here. Bonjour, boys. Oh, hey, hey. Hey, good morning. They know it. Oh, that's better. Check this tweet out from Bora Hansgrohe. Peter Sagan getting the mickey taken out of by Daniel Oss.
Hello everybody, I'm Peter Sagan, still in green jersey. Today I wanna show you our mechanic track. Here is my mechanics, is taking care about my bike. Conchi, how is my bike?
Tomorrow will be good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's mountain tomorrow, eh?
Yes.
I need special gear.
You have already.
Okay, thank you.
It's the Colombian Chris Pritchard Cycling News Show fan club. Woo! Give it up. They call me Egan. They call me Egan because I look like him and I climb like him. Here we go, I've finally caught him. It's been going pretty easy, but now I'm going. I've attacked him, I've attacked him. Alright guys, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. So I'm blowing out my proverbial arse to bring you this content. There they are. There's the French guys. They bloody love me. They bloody love me. This is it, I've finally crested 2,000 meters. This is the highest I have ever been.
Really?
Yeah, I'm kind of coming into my own now. I feel like being too low and having too much oxygen in my system doesn't do me any good, so. See, look. Right, I was going to talk about Nacer Bouhanni and Steph Clement here, but I'll be honest, I'm running out of energy. So let's head back down to the chalet and speak to a more comprehensible and composed Chris Pritchard. Transition.
The new element Rome. Making route finding even simpler. Simply plan your route on Strava, hit that start button. Pick up your Rome, connect to Wi-Fi, sync to Strava, boom, there it is. Get dressed. Safety first. Eye protection. Clip in that Rome. And off you go. The new element Rome might not actually make you go any faster, but you're going to look a hell of a lot better doing it. Both uphill and downhill. The new element Rome. Explore like a professional. Wahoo Rome, in it.
Maybe beef's not the right word. I know we can definitely not say the word pork, but maybe beef? I don't know. But this is the beef between Steph Clement and Nacer Bouhanni. Steph Clement yesterday on live TV during the Tour de France coverage called Nacer Bouhanni out and said that at Cofidis, Nacer Bouhanni had made the team pork-free because of his religious beliefs. He also didn't allow any women to work on the team during the days he was racing. So in response to this, unsurprisingly, Nacer Bouhanni is suing Steph Clement for defamation of character. The news is just still evolving and still rolling out, so as we get more, we will bring it to you. And then the update to that story, after Steph Clement said this live on TV and called out Nacer Bouhanni for making a pork-free team, not having ladies on the team because of his religion beliefs. It's all bullshit. He heard from his dog's babysitter's mother-in-law that this happened. See, on this news show, yeah, we might not do all our research, but we won't call people out for their religious beliefs. Steph Clement, you need to take a serious look at yourself. So you can see the finish, we're almost there, right over there in the distance. It looks, I'm not getting my hopes up, but it looks like it might go downhill just a tiny little bit. This is it, this is as far as we can go. Just want to say thank you for watching. We're now going to head all the way back down that climb. We're going to get back to the chalet, we're going to get on the roadside and we're going to watch the riders come past. Hit that like button to show some respect. Here we go, this is it. We've been waiting here for the last week for this. And we're going to... news is coming in that they've just cancelled the stage. They're here. So here we go. I'm going to try and get an interview. Not even looking. I'm going to try and get an interview with some of the riders as they are coming past. This is the break. I know Vincenzo Nibali's in it, so we'll try and get a word with him as he comes past, if we can. I'm very unsure as to whether they'll be willing to speak. Yeah, Vincenzo, just a quick word. Vincenzo, how are you feeling? Go on. No. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Oh well. All right, I'll get a word with these guys. Here's Chief. Omar, just a quick word. Just wanted to, just 1 second. Oh, no. And you know what? After that moment there, I'd like to say I put a really articulated version of what was happening in the Peloton on video, but I didn't. I just turned into a screaming little girl who was seeing One Direction for the first time, and I embarrassed myself a little bit, but it's cool. We managed to get some really good shots of the riders coming past, and obviously now we know the result. Egan Bernal is the 2019 Tour de France winner, and it could have been so different on so many different levels. There's loads of ifs, there's loads of buts, but ultimately that is what happened. And this stage might not have been the most exciting of stages at this year's Tour de France. It didn't really produce what we were expecting after we found out that the stage had been shortened. It was only 60 kilometres and it looked like it was just going to be a pure smash fest. But ultimately, Jumbo-Visma just held the pace, controlled the race all the way through, and left it really to Ineos just to sit back and just allow them to do it. And Jumbo-Visma were just going through riders like they were going out of fashion. Literally just here where we were, George Bennett came to a standstill. He was absolutely done in. It appeared that they were going to do something. Kruijswijk was going to make this attack. He only had 12 seconds to make up to get second place. All of a sudden, I don't know whether he was worried more about losing his third place on the podium rather than attacking that second place, and thought, you know what, I'll just sit here. The boys have done a good job. Let's not waste that, and let's make sure we get on this podium, or we could lose this podium. So rather than attacking and fighting for that second place, he seemed to accept that third place was better than nothing. And then as we came into the last 800 metres, we didn't really see what was happening with that main group. The cameras were on Nibali. He took the win on this stage. Great result for him. He was in the break all day. He was absolutely on it. Again, when he came past here and I tried to get a word with him, he obviously didn't want to speak because he had better plans. He wanted to speak to the proper journalists up there. But that was a great victory for him. He said right back at the start of the tour that he wasn't going for GC, that he would like to get the polka dot jersey, and he wanted to ultimately go for stage wins, and he had to wait a long time to get that stage win. But do you know what? One stage win, I'm sure, makes up for the promises that you made at the start, going for stage wins as opposed to just one. But you know what? I'd take one stage win. So prior to today, the day that Egan, but obviously he's still got to get to Paris, but ultimately he has won the Tour de France for 2019. He spent one day in yellow before heading into Paris. Unbelievable. The youngest rider to ever win the Tour de France, the first Colombian to win the Tour de France. Team Ineos stroke Team Sky's fourth rider to win the Tour de France. Boys in the office are at loggerheads about this one. Vic thinks that Egan Bernal is just going to go on and dominate. And dominate like Lance Armstrong did, but in a much cleaner way. However, Jesper thinks
that Mathieu van der Poel is going to give him a run for his money. I'd love to know your comments down below about this. Egan Bernal, are we seeing the birth of one of the greatest cyclists of all time? Or should we not even question that at the minute? Should we just let it be and just let him get on with his job and not put that pressure, that external pressure onto him? But in my personal opinion, and he's not going to watch this, so I can say anything I want about him, I think he is going to be one of the greatest cyclists ever. I think he's going to go on to dominate. If Team Ineos allow him to ride the Tour de France every year, he's going to be selected as a team leader. I think that they're going to have that hierarchy there where Froome is not, or G is not necessarily a domestique and not really a super domestique, but right there to be able to step in if need be. But ultimately, I can't see anyone beating. I even think if Froome was here on this Tour de France, I think we would have seen the same thing. I think Egan Bernal would have gone, and just like he did, I think he would have gone and attacked, and Froome would have let him, and that's all she wrote. He would have won. I say all this about Egan Bernal with a bit of a caveat, in that depending what the route is like for the Tour de France will determine whether he will be the greatest. Because again, personally, one more time trial stage in this year's Tour de France, and you're looking at a completely different winner. Geraint Thomas would have taken that over Egan Bernal. Egan Bernal's still going to win them at some point. He's going to get better at time trialling. But where we are right now, I think G would have taken more time out of Egan in the time trial than Egan could have taken out of G on the climbs, with the other people chasing down Egan to try and get on that podium. So anytime you see a time trial heavy Tour de France, keep your money on G, keep your money on Froome. But if there's mountains, and lots of them, especially in the early stages of this Tour de France, Egan Bernal is your man. And that's it. 10 minutes ago, this road was packed with people. There were motorhomes all over. And now, nothing. It's like the Tour de France never existed. I just want to take this opportunity to thank our partners, Wahoo, for making all of this possible. We're up to 11,000 subscribers now, which is insane. But Wahoo made this trip possible, and thank you so much to them. Again, if you want anything Wahoo related, follow the link down in the description. Go and buy it. Makes me look good. They might give us another opportunity to come out here next year and do this again on a bigger scale. Who knows? I don't know. If you've not done already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in a few days' time with more Chris Pritchard Cycling News.